20 funny moments with ball boys and girls in sports. Ball boys and girls are there to help catch all those loose balls that could cause a sporting event to be delayed. But they don't always do their work perfectly. That shouldn't come as a surprise to us. It can be difficult to do a good job when baseballs are screaming at them in foul territory. Tennis balls are bouncing wildly out of their control, and the play is moving too quickly for them to keep up with. Since not everybody can be as fast as Kramer, we've compiled a list of the most humiliating ball boy and ball girl gaffes from sporting events. One of the reasons we enjoy sports, as athletes, spectators, or fans, is that they allow us to experience the full spectrum of human emotions. This is why the game elicits such fervor and has boosted the popularity of the major pro and college leagues to new heights. Here we will talk about the 20 funny moments with ball boys and girls in sports. Stick around till the end for endless fun. Number 1. Serving one up. So after seeing a few Hooters girls act as ball girls at spring baseball games, it seems that it's time to recruit some more people. Sure, they're attractive, but what's the point of getting them down there if they're not up to the task? This girl must have been used to giving out food to customers, since she did the same thing with a live baseball. 2. In the face. The most recent instance of a ball boy being humiliated occurred at the Australian Open a few weeks ago, with the dude requesting a bag of ice to relieve the discomfort. When I see this, all I can think of is the scene from The Hangover. This is a good thing or a negative thing. Number 3. A real trash talker. There are trash talkers who are athletes, and then there are trash talkers who are ball boys. This child is unmistakably the latter. I know soccer fans are known for being fervent and even hooligan-like, but I never expected the ball boys to be intimidated in the same way. I'm worried about how many detentions he'll get for defying his teachers in middle school after seeing him have to be restrained from going after an opposing goalie. Number 4. The deflection. Anything like this happens right when you think you're the cool kid because you have a front row seat to a soccer match. This kid was eaten alive by a deflected ball off a back wall, throwing him to the ground and making his mates who had to pay a ticket laugh at him. Number 5. The missed step. Anyone who has tried jumping over a wall or fence at full speed knows it's a dangerous proposition in which anything can happen. The jumper is unharmed and walks away fine when executed perfectly. When a jumper fails, a foot usually catches on something and the jumper falls flat on his or her face. As this kid discovered, having it happen during a live televised tennis match is probably one of the worst places to have that happen. Number 6. Have to stay down. I can't help but think that catching a ricochet with a ball isn't difficult. But when this Hooters ball girl found herself in this predicament as a result of a foul ball, she seemed to be less like somebody who couldn't do her job well and more of someone who was just unlucky. Even so, everybody knows early in baseball that remaining down is the secret to scooping a ground ball, and she didn't do so well. 7. Bored and floored. I understand that tennis isn't the most exciting sport to watch. That isn't to say that no one should fall asleep during a game, especially if they are a ball boy. Okay, so this kid seems to be dehydrated and that's why he passed out, but he still gave a bad impression by being carried off the field. Number 8. Steven Gerrard's slip versus Chelsea. Whether you're a Liverpool fan or Steven Gerrard himself, you've almost definitely laughed a lot about this incident over the last 5 years. Gerrard actually slipped and gifted Chelsea's Demba Ba a goal a week after telling his teammates, "This does not slip now." Liverpool ended up squandering a glorious chance to win the Premier League, and the incident will, sadly, haunt poor old Stevie G for the rest of his life. Number 9. Germany 7-1 Brazil. One of the most shocking matches in football history, as well as one of the funniest according to many. Germany smashed 7 goals past the 2014 World Cup hosts in the semi-final round, handing Brazil one of their worst team results ever. We can all recall precisely where we were at the time. Number 10. Eden Hazard kicks a ball boy. We all laughed when this happened, admit it. Charlie Morgan, a Swansea ball boy, made headlines in January 2013 when he was kicked by Chelsea star Eden Hazard during a League Cup match. Hazard was given a straight red card for simply milking the situation. "The kid put his entire body ready and I was simply attempting to kick the ball," Hazard said. "I believe it was I, not the man, who kicked the ball. Please accept my sincere apologies." Number 11. Just a bit too early. As if jumping onto the court wasn't bad enough, Viktor Troicki gave him one of the biggest death stares I've ever seen, as if he'd just stolen something. Come on, boy, you can do it. Even if you aren't involved in the sport, you must keep an eye on the ball. 12. Stop, drop, and roll. The kid wasn't on fire, but that didn't stop him from following the safety advice given to any kindergartner if he or she smelled a fire. Actually, I hope this ball boy claimed to have smelled smoke to avoid embarrassment because he looked very stupid otherwise. Number 13. Quite the return. Although there had been a few close calls before, this ball boy wasn't so fortunate, as he was smashed in the side of the head with a giant forehand. At the very least, the tennis player who struck him apologized. However, the kid's headache is unlikely to have gone away as a result of this. Number 14. Just trying to do his job. This soccer ball guy, like the first kid I showed you who came onto the court a little too early, became a little overzealous in his attempts to do his job. Since the ball took an extraordinary long time to roll from one end to the other, the ball boy should have known better than to simply march onto the field and sweep it up. Number 15. Crazy like a fox. Not every kid, boy or girl, will excel in sports. That is all there is to it. I'm not sure if this little T-ball champion would turn into a star on the field, but I have to admit he's already a sport innovator. That is kinda gay. The color analyst on a football show is paid to spout nonsense for 3 hours, but there are moments when it becomes too much for the other person in the booth. Number 17. In volleyball, you only get one strike. Everyone has one of those days, one of those times when everything appears to be working against them. Maybe that's what happened to this unfortunate young lady. Alternatively, this was the point at which she realized she would never play volleyball again. Number 18. Coach makes strange analogy. David Bennett, the former head coach of Coastal Carolina, had led the football program since its inception in 2003. So he may have thought he had sufficient clout to go on this unusual but hilarious rant in 2011. Bennett's complicated analogy became more confusing and frantic as he declared that his players needed to be more like dogs. Bennett went a little TMI about his pets' everyday lives as his tangled relationship developed really confounding and distraught. You don't have a funny bone if you don't chuckle as he meows. What do you think is the best moment in this video? Comment down below. Please hit the like and subscribe button to stay updated with our future uploads. Thanks!